Bonjour, mon ami, c'est Argent. Recently, the internet is a little bit on fire for what actor and artist Nick Cannon has done, and that he has donned whiteface to promote his forthcoming album titled White People Party Music, going on Instagram, basically filling it up with hashtags and everything. And yeah, we've seen the pictures, we've seen the video, and it's got a lot of people up in an uproar. They're saying, oh, well, it's racist, it's hatred, and oh, well, you're just an evil bastard for ever deciding to do whiteface, which, by the way, I don't think anyone else has ever really done this, at least on this level. The last person I remember doing whiteface was, Dave Chappelle? I don't remember the name of his character he did this on his show, but I remember he did do it, and, props to it. Either that or Ice Cube on his reality show, Black and White, which was an interesting concept, by the way. I suggest you check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, a lot of people tend to forget who Nick Cannon is. Nick Cannon is a comedian. I mean, all right, he may not be on the standards of Lewis Black or Bill Hicks or George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, or anyone on those standards, but he's still a comedian, and they do these sort of things all sorts of fucking times. I don't really care for Nick Cannon. I'm not a fan of his music, but he's made songs that I have liked, whether it be during its time period or just overall. I will admit that, yeah, I like those songs. You don't have to like those songs. It doesn't change the fact that he creates. But, I mean, people, these sorts of things have been done constantly. I mean, look at Weird Al Yankovic's catalog. He makes fun of almost everything. And, it's satirical, but I mean, he's a genius in how he writes and produces these things. And then you look at the creators of South Park, they make fun of everybody, and people get pissed off. Hell, even Isaac Hayes, one of the main characters that plays Chef, he got pissed off whenever they started talking about Scientology. This album is titled White People Party Music, and we already know, I mean, it's satire, regardless of the result, but you never know. It might actually be a good album, maybe not necessarily instrumentation-wise, but concept-wise, in terms of how it changes people's thinking. And one thing that really pissed me off, whenever Kendrick Lamar made that song Control, a lot of people were pissed off in the sense of, how he called out so many different people, mainly a lot of the East Coast quote-unquote rap kings. But in the song, he was basically saying that I wanted some friendly competition, and it's been fucking stagnant. Y'all niggas are offended, but y'all haven't contributed or done anything to change that aspect of the market. You've pretty much put out regurgitated material that no one wants anymore. For Kendrick Lamar to do that, I respect the dude. I don't like the fact that he did it in the way he did it, but everybody wants to be fucking carbon copies, and it's similar to what I said in my conformity video. It's similar to what I said in my Amari and Rick Ross video where I made fun of that god-awful performance. It's like, they're carbon copies. I don't see the appeal of somebody like Rick Ross. It's just like, I've heard songs by them that are good, but the songs that I like are outnumbered by all the stupid shit. And that it's being done on a conscious level. It's not like, the company is just doing this. And if so, he's doing a damn good job of putting on a show. And I guess that's part of entertainment, but I don't find it entertaining. It's pretty much following the moniker of many other people. I mean, 50 Cent even admitted that he got his name from a notorious drug dealer at the time, locally. And Rick Ross, that's definitely not his name. I'm not even going to get into that. But, I mean, where we are now, the music industry is very stagnant. There hasn't been really much to talk about. Nothing that has really touched us or changed our senses of ideology. And the way art is now, we don't get people like George Carlin or Bill Hicks or Mark Twain or Leonardo da Vinci or Van Gogh. We don't get people on those depths of levels of artistry, things that fucking change and define an entire era of whatever field of art they are in. Because art, to me, good art, is timeless. It's like fine wine. It gets better as it gets older. And I feel that way not just about video games, but about music, about poetry, about art, that paintings, writing, movies, anything that you can view and respect on an artistic level. Good art is fucking timeless. And unfortunately, ever since the year 2000, I haven't been given much to smile about or have commentary about that reaches that level of expertise. It's just been the same repetitive bullshit. And I've been pissed about it. I've been jaded about it. I've been uninspired. No wonder everybody's trying to do the same thing, because you haven't given us anything else. This is all we got. And lately I've been trying to be easy upon how much of a mental critic I have been about music and art in general. I feel like, well, unless I can do it, or I'll do it myself in their field, then I shouldn't have much to say. But at the same time, unless you understand the art that they're trying to make, whether it be on the quality of Christopher Nolan or Michael Bay, whatever it is, you don't have to be able to do what they can do better or worse than them, or at all, to ever have an opinion. I'm a human being. I'm going to have my opinion regardless of what it is. I'm either going to like it or I'm going to hate it. No matter how good or bad the quality is, everybody has their preferences. But I think that's also the problem of way the art appreciation is in this world, mainly in this country, is right now. Because most of it is perpetuated on youth, to the point where they don't know what good or bad is. They're told what good and bad is, to the point where, their minds are too young to even have a sophisticated argument or stance of whether or not they think this is good or bad, to ever have a preference. This is the reason why it's rare to find somebody who likes the Wu-Tang Clan and Seinfeld. It doesn't happen all the time, if at all. But, if you like Wu-Tang, then you must like these guys. Or if you like Rick Ross, then you must think Wu-Tang's fucking stupid. It's just bandwagon mentality where you are thought to think and feel and believe that one side is greener than the other. When in reality, if it is greener, it's only above the septic tank. Remember facts about that, people. But yeah, what does this have to do with Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon is doing what he knows and feels to get people emotionally stirred. And like I said, it's been so stagnant lately. Nothing has really messed with people's minds on this level. Who knows? He might make the album intentionally terrible to show that, I guess this is what he defines as white people party music. When in reality, there is no such thing as a racist type of music. There is no black music. There is no Spanish music. There is no Mexican music. Sure, it may be around their culture, but just like there are no countries defined as black countries or white countries or Asian countries. Countries have never fucking been defined by the predominant demographic that lives in those areas or those countries or continents. Same with music, same with art. There is no Spanish art. It is defined. They may use that as a category that it falls in during this time period and who actually made it. But for you to say that it's European, and you know what I'm saying? It's like excluding it from anyone else that isn't European. That's not true. I can enjoy European art, Renaissance art, Harlem art during those time periods. And I'm American. It's not about who you are, it's about how you look at things. And I don't know, I'm not necessarily defending Nick Cannon, but I could definitely understand his decisions by it. Yeah, it was done for attention, but guess what? He got all of your fucking attention, and mine included. I'm not a Nick Cannon fan, but I'm interested to see what the album's gonna be. If it's complete satire and it's bullshit, then hey, whatever. But who knows? It might be timeless. It might be something to make people scratch their head and make us go, damn, he got us. And, it's just the way things are now. whoever he's got to pay attention to. It's like you got the best girl in the world. You either can hit it and quit it and leave early, or you can, be like me and pretty much see how far they'll go. And it's not to play games with people, but it's like, if I hit it and quit it, there's no way we're gonna have a relationship. You just gave it up to me, a complete stranger. But if I put you through some tests and see what your loyalty is, how far you can go, because the sex is not gonna keep me. My thought is, what else you got? What else can you do? And it's not about money. It's like, do you really need me? Or will you really need me? And how resourceful are you on your own as opposed to me? Because I want to know what the hell I'm getting into. The sex is not going to be required for me to figure out who you are. And for you to think that I'm going to just give myself up to you like that, hell no. You're going to work for this. And now that you've proven yourself, all right, let's get married, baby. But it's just the way I look at things now. We need a little more to stir things up. I don't know if this is the beginning of a wave of either copycatters, or maybe it may be the beginning of a movement. Because a lot of people are saying that the way the music industry is now, it's stagnant, that there's an inner movement occurring. Well, I sure hope so, that there's a fucking movement going. Because ain't a goddamn thing moving right now in the music industry. Turn on your radio. What do you hear? The same fucking songs you heard last 2 months ago. And it's going to be the same thing. And when some new comes out, and sounds damn near identical, I'm not being inspired or moved in any one fucking shape or form. So don't expect me to like today's. That's the only thing I can say about today's music. Today's music is so shitty and repetitive and uninspiring. The only good thing about it is that it makes me want to go back.